Chapter 2, The Dark Hallway. Thomas is left with lingering questions after Deceit leaves the discussion and ends up splitting the sides on the issue. The sides were in shock as Deceit left the scene. There was an awkward silence that nearly burst their eardrums as they glanced around at each other. Logan broke the silence, waving towards Virgil while his eyes were cast down. "Well, it seems we owe you an apology, Virgil. Perhaps we should have been more understanding." Virgil swallowed, then he caught the sound of sniffling and looked over in fear at Patton, who had his hands over his mouth and tears leaking down his cheeks. "Oh, come on, Pops, it's not that big of a— It is a big deal! We weren't listening to you at all, kiddo!" His voice broke and more tears fell. We really thought you were— His words degraded into incoherent blubbering. "That's it! From now on, we should have a code word. Something we can say that Deceit would never be able to figure out. That way, we'll always know whether he's here or not." "No, Roman." Thomas cut his creative side off, pursing his lips as the prince opened his mouth to make his point. "I don't think that's the solution." "That's right, a code word is very easily cracked. We should come up with something a little more elaborate. You guys are missing the point." Thomas cut Logan off this time, and all four of his sides looked at him with varying levels of confusion. Virgil had a bad feeling in his gut, wanting to cover his ears so he didn't have to hear Thomas's next words. "We're going about this wrong. Why would it be so bad to listen to Deceit every once in a while? We don't have to agree with what he's saying, but he's a part of me, just like all of you. I don't think he wants to hurt me." Patton had stopped blubbering and was now wiping away his tears with the paws of his cat sweater. The fatherly side froze after hearing what Thomas had said. "But Thomas, lying is wrong." "Patton," Thomas sounded disappointed, upset even. Patton shrunk back like he'd been struck. "Patton's right. You can't trust Deceit. All he does is make your life harder, Thomas. We don't need his advice. The four of us are good enough," Virgil argued. Logically, more perspectives on the same issue would be better for Thomas. Deceit could bring some clarity to issues that the rest of us can't. "Like today, for example," Logan told them, catching Virgil's frown out of the corner of his eye. "You can't just disagree with everything someone you don't like says, Virgil," Roman added, though the irony of the statement was not lost on him. Thomas looked back and forth between Virgil and Patton, both immensely uncomfortable. "Look, guys, I know you have your reasons for not liking him, but he's a part of me, right? So maybe next time we actually listen to what he has to say? There's gotta be more to him than lying, right? Well, you can count me out. If I have to deal with that snake another second, Virgil huffed. He didn't have the words. "I'll see you later, Thomas." And with that, the anxious side sunk out. Thomas bit his lip. Was he really doing the right thing? His anxiety hated Deceit, and his morality objected to him. Patton smiled, though it was forced. "I'll be going too, kiddo. I'll make sure Virgil's all right. Do the right thing, okay?" And then he was gone too. Thomas let out a breath he didn't know he was holding. "Logan, Roman, is this right? Should I push Deceit away like those two want me to?" The two remaining sides shared a glance. "No, Thomas, I don't think so," Roman comforted. "Patton and Virgil have their problems with him, but I personally like talking to Deceit sometimes. He's very creative, you know." "Yes, and while he has hidden things from you in the past, I have no evidence to suggest it was done maliciously. Though I really don't have any evidence at all." Roman rolled his eyes. "Leave it to you to try and analyze him, pocket protector." "I believe we may not fully understand Deceit's purpose when it comes to Thomas." Logan was fully in logical mode at this point, his thumb and first knuckle cradling his chin. Thomas smiled at the sight. "Never change, Logan." Logan glanced up. Never mind. "Anyways, thank you guys. I'm going to text him a little more and figure out what to do about these photos. I feel a little better now, realizing all my options. Thanks." "No problem, Thomas. We were happy to help," Roman flourished, and Logan hummed. "Call us again if you require our assistance," Logan told him before sinking out, landing in the common room with Roman, not too far behind. Logan was preoccupied with writing in his notebook, migrating to sit in his armchair. Roman hovered nearby, unsure whether he should stay or leave Logan to whatever he was doing. "We should speak with him," he said out of the blue, leaving Roman confused. Who?" Logan sighed, pushing his glasses up, but he rubbed his eyes. "Deceit. Are you sure? The others might get mad. We are not going to get anywhere with this situation if we let it fester. Clearly, Thomas would be better off if we could at least make an attempt to include Deceit. And I feel as though— just listen to me. I feel speaking to him would be the most direct way to communicate our intentions." Roman ran his fingers through his hair. "But, Logan, he is a liar. And we've made it clear in the past that we didn't like him or want him around. Why should he believe us when we say we changed our minds?" Logan snapped his notebook shut, standing up and looking Roman in the eyes. We won't know where we stand until we try. Now, are you coming with me or not?" The prince only had to think about it for a moment before he followed the logical side down the dark hallway that led to Virgil's room. They'd never gone past his doorway, but they knew that the dark side of Thomas's mind lay beyond, and that was where they needed to go.